Conclave is directed by Edward Berger and it stars Ralph Fiennes, Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow, and Isabella Rossellini. And this is a mystery thriller which centers around the secret Vatican meeting where Catholic cardinals from around the world gather to pick the new pope after the previous one has just passed away at the beginning of this movie. And what is it you're thinking that could be so mysterious or thrilling about picking a new pope? Well, this one's going to piss some people off. But before we get to that, I really want to talk about the soundtrack because I don't know what it is about 2024, but I swear to God, there have been so many amazing movie soundtracks this year, and Conclave is just another example of them. One second it can be super slow and eerie, and the next it's like extremely loud and booming at the same time. And in between, it's just so sparingly used that for the most part, a lot of this movie actually sits in silence. But when that soundtrack comes on, you are starting to feel all the goosebumps coming up your body while you're trying to figure out what kind of mystery is being unraveled here. If you're someone that doesn't follow any sort of Catholic church or any religion for that matter, then you probably have no idea how much inner politics is involved in choosing a new pope, and it's quite surprising. For someone on the outside getting a peek behind the curtain for the first time possibly, it is incredible to see for a religion that is meant to set the moral standard of how people should live, and the amount of backstabbing and incredible gross revelations that come out about the people that are trying to be voted in as the new pope. It is shocking to say the least, but even above that, just imagining that this stuff could actually happen is just insane to me. But the thrill and the mystery surrounding the death of this pope and what he could have known before passing and the sorts of meetings that he took before his eventual death is all unraveled throughout this movie, and the pacing for this mystery is really well done. There are a lot of slow moments for sure, but Ralph Fiennes, who is essentially the main character and the leader of this conclave and is the one that is organizing this entire election, his perspective is so well told through Ralph Fiennes. Of course, he's an incredible actor from all the projects that he has done, but even above that, the pacing for this movie. Slow moments, yes, but really, really good and really well done. It holds you. It keeps you on the edge of your seat and it keeps you wanting more. From the opening scene as well, I have to talk about the opening scene because I think it's really well done, and it follows Cardinal Lawrence, who is played by Ralph Fiennes, and he's just speed walking through the streets and through tunnels, and he's just huffing and puffing out of breath going to wherever he's going to go. And for some reason, you don't even know anything about this character yet or where he's going or anything like that, but your heart rate just increases from the minute this movie starts because of the urgency and how out of breath this guy is from going to wherever he's going to go. So far, it sounds great. The music's awesome. It's well acted, especially from Ralph Fiennes and Stanley Tucci as well. But how does it look? It's fucking beautiful. I mean, it's Italy, it's the Vatican. You're following all these cardinals in like the most famous church in the whole entire world. It is a beautiful movie to look at, and it is super colorful as well. Only a few colors, like the whole thing isn't a fucking rainbow, right? There's people wearing red and there's people wearing blue and a little bit of black here, but then the rest of it is just white. So all these colors just stick out so much, and it is so beautiful to look at among all the architecture that is in all of the areas that they follow in Italy. And the costume design is just... So what is this mystery? What is this revelation that's going to piss everyone off? Well, I'm not going to tell you, of course, because this is a non-spoiler review, but what I will say is that no matter how fair your morals are, no matter how strong your merit is, you will always be judged not based on your character, but on circumstances of which you have no control over. And that is not propaganda, ladies and gentlemen. That is just the sad reality of which we live in. And this movie shines a Black Mirror on that, and I think it does a really good job. And on that note, Conclave is amazing. Oh man, I promise you, once you see this movie, you are going to go on the internet and look at all the perspectives of all the people that you want to see their perspectives on, because, yeah, like I said, this revelation is going to piss a lot of people off.